All right, here we go for the introduction video to an 8-acre tract at Timber Shoals Ranch. It's one of the larger tracts. It's also one of the most level tracts that you'll find out there. The Ozarks are awesome. I love them, but there's a lot of up and down in the Ozarks, a lot of hills and hollers, as they say. And so to find a large property that's basically all level can be a challenge sometimes. But I think this 8 acres does that. As we look at the screen here, the property is outlined in red. The yellowish lines are the gravel easement roads at Timber Shoals Ranch. The shaded area that you see, both to the right and to the left, that's the Corps of Engineer land at Bull Shoals Lake. So Bull Shoals Lake was created and is maintained by the Army Corps of Engineer. Uh, as far as I know, no private citizens own any of the actual lakefront. The Corps of Engineer maintains a buffer strip going back from the water all around the lake. That way they can raise and lower the water for flood control and not affect anybody's property. So that Corps of Engineer land is open for public use. So that gives you access to the shoreline and also gives you hundreds of acres of additional land for hunting and recreation. From where this property is, you've got an easement road right here that gets to the Corps of Engineer land. It shows it going all the way right to the water, and it does, but I think you probably have to do a four-wheeler or go on foot from here on because it gets pretty narrow. Hasn't been opened up for a while. Also, this pink line here, this is not an easement, but it crosses over this field, and we own the south part, so you're welcome to do that. And then it's a trail that goes all the way down to State Line Cove, which for us has been a good place to put a pontoon boat in the water and put jet skis in the water. It's just, I guess, what they call like a primitive launch. There's no fancy amenities, but it's a hard packed gravel launch where you can back your boat right in and then park your truck and trailer right here. That's all within the Corps of Engineer land, so that's open for public use. This is also very private because there are no public roads that go to the State Line Cove. So unless you're crossing over our meadow, you're not going to get here with a vehicle. I think some of these neighbors up here on the north kind of have trails that they use. Um, but while we're on the subject of Corps of Engineer land, we'll zoop out a little bit. Zoop out. I don't know what I meant by that. We'll pan out a little bit, and you can see this is all Timber Shoals Ranch, this big private peninsula. This very south part here, at the bottom of the peninsula, is where we found that sandy beach area, and you'll see that in the listings. I mean, we just thought that was awesome, so we took quite a few pictures of that. So that's about a mile and a half south of the property. Again, it's a really private area because the only roads that go there are these private roads at Timber Shoals Ranch. So really, I mean, just for property owners and their guests, which is a pretty cool situation. Okay, let's zoom back in here. Oops, okay. There we go, that's pretty good. So up here toward the left, this is Moe Ark Road. That's the paved road. You take that down all the way till the pavement ends, and you'll actually see a fence here. That's the state line. So this is Missouri on the north. This is Arkansas on the south. So you come to the end of Moe Ark Road. You'll see the neighbor's driveway goes to a house here. You'll actually veer to the left onto the gravel easement road, the start of the gravel easement road, and you'll take that on down. You'll pass this little barn, and you'll come to a Y in the road. You can actually go either way. Either way will take you to the property. If you want to get to the meadow area, then you'll go left at the Y, stay to the right, and you'll be at that big open meadow area, which is beautiful, by the way. And let's zoom in a little bit and look at that. You'll definitely want to check out the drone video as well to get a bird's eye view at this. If you go to InstantAcres.com, if the property is available, then you will see it on our website. If you don't see it on the website, then that does mean it's sold. But feel free to give us a call or send us an email if you have any questions about that. But as we zoom in here, we're on MapRight, which is a great program. If you get the app, which is free, I mean, they'll try to get you to sign up to their premier service, I'm sure, but you can get the app for free, and you don't need any subscription to look at these maps. And then we can send you the link for this particular map. If you open it up within the app, then you'll not only have the map, but there'll be a little blue or red dot to indicate exactly where you are. So it's a phenomenal way to get to the property and to explore the property, because you can go phone in hand and literally be walking the boundaries here and know right where you are. So the property is, other than the meadow area, entirely wooded. We've got a ton of good mature timber on this property, not only big hardwoods, but big cedar trees. It's just gorgeous. I'm going to quickly switch to topo map. So on a topo map, the lines indicate elevation changes. In this case, each line is an elevation change of 20 feet. So if you look over here to the left of the property, you can see where these lines are very close. That indicates a steep drop, which is true. And then as you look at the property, the lines are very far apart, which indicates a very gradual slope, practically flat, although there is a slight slope. It's the highest here on the west side and slopes down very gradually as you move toward the east side and the meadow area. So like I said before, or maybe I didn't say that, but like I meant to say before, the Ozarks are known for a lot of up and down, a lot of hills and hollers, basically. So to get a tract of this size that's this level, that in and of itself is pretty unusual. I mean, it's a great deal because it makes the whole property usable. If you look, I mean, just look around the property, you'll see how steep some of this stuff is, and that's very typical of the Ozarks. So we were super excited to get this property, that this particular tract, tract 63, 8 acres of basically all usable ground, which is great. Okay, this aerial looks like an early springtime aerial. Let's switch it to the Google map and see what that looks like. Okay, so that's a winter map. That's still usable. It'll show us these lighter color trees will be the hardwoods, and then you can see, I believe we walked to this cedar grove or close to it when we did the ground video. We did kind of a long ground video on this one because we kept seeing cool stuff. Let's go to premium view. It shows it pretty well too, but this meadow, this is gorgeous. You can pull right in off the road. Like I said, big timber everywhere. You got road access on two sides. These are minimum maintenance roads, so you'll want a truck or an SUV. But yeah, you can come and check this out. Check out our listing on InstantAcres.com, where you can see the ground video as well as the drone video. If you have any questions, just let us know. We would love to talk to you about this property and answer any questions you may have. InstantAcres. I'll pan out one more time so you can see that gorgeous lake. There we go. InstantAcres.com. That's us.